Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's D Train's bunk, the bunk master. Yeah, I got a little bunk. It's not right. It's not really about the selection of the actor or the actress. By the way, it's a beautiful black female casted as Ariel in the Little Mermaid. But let's talk about the but. She's a beautiful woman. Um, Girl, I don't really know much about Halle Bailey. Um, From what I understand, she's a singer, attractive young lady, um, and she's been cast as the Little Mermaid. She's black, but the Little Mermaid is a white girl with red hair. So that's one thing. Um, but the other thing is something that's it's a little bit more subtle, and it's an issue, and usually it doesn't come up until a little bit farther down the road. You know, um, they chose this woman. It seems like to, I guess, press issues. They chose this direction to press issues, uh, race issues. But at the same time, without knowing it, they may have been raising issues with colorism or the differences in color. The way I'm looking at it, because a few people came to mind. It was gonna be a little bit more joking thing, but now that I started to really think about it, I'm like, all right, because I was thinking, okay, they cast a black girl as a mermaid. You know what I mean? Now I'm not saying black people can't swim, but we kind of have that reputation. So all kinds of black people can swim. My kids can swim, although they are half Hungarian. The handball powerhouse, um, by the way, just in case y'all didn't know. Um, so they got swimming in there, but their mother can't swim though. She's. So it's like I'm not saying black people can't swim, but that was kind of like a a comical slant to the whole deal. You're gonna have all these black people in the ocean, and how's that gonna go? Is it gonna be like animated, or is it gonna be like the real life version? Like she's gonna be like, I mean, I don't know. Like, is if it's just a black voice, or is it? Or are they gonna be like? I guess it's gonna be like one of those where they got real people. You know what I mean? So I guess that's the whole thing behind it. I don't know, but uh, I've seen the Little Mermaid before. They kind of did the same thing with Annie. I showed my kids the original Annie. You know what I mean? Not the original. I mean, I don't know when these stories were made. You know what I'm saying? It probably didn't change so much over time. Doesn't even really matter. But at the same time, this time right now is kind of a heightened sensitivity on a lot of things, race, gender, all kinds of things like that. And for them to push this right now, I think it's almost like one of those things. Well, let's do this to see what they're gonna say, and when they say something bad, we're gonna just expose it as being negative, and these people are bad, right? And then we can use that to censor them even more or get them deplatformed. I think they do stuff like this just because it's a trap, and I also think they do it to instigate, and and it's sad, but it's not the fault of the young lady who got the part. I'm sure she's going to do a great job. It's just, and here's the other thing. Like, if you were going to find somebody who was going to be able to swim, I mean, there's got to be like some good scenes. I was thinking that maybe Simone Manuel, she'd be great for the part, dude. She'd be like at home in the water. You know what I mean? She could be like the stunt double. But then I went like, okay, well, if they wanted Ariel, if they wanted the main character to be black, it seemed like they went kind of on the light skin scale, which it seems like I don't know, it seems like that's what they tend to do at Disney and a lot of these places. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think of some of the more prominent dark skinned women out there. Um, and not even just dark skin, just like brown skin, the kinky hair, that type. Really and truly, you look around, it's like, all right, you got, what's the girl's name? The young lady's name. She's all right, Tree of Logic. I know Tree of Logic. She's black, but I'm talking about like on them networks. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah. I mean, I'm not talking about YouTube because I could just name them Coco, Paris. Lady Mocha. You got Ann 411. Um, actually, I don't know. I'm just talking about like people I didn't seen on video, I guess. But um, what's the girl's name that's doing the Blexit? Um, drawing a blank. But anyway, she's darker skinned. You know what I mean? So you see them every once in a while. Oh, you got Joy Reid. You got what's the girl's name that was like boohoo white people, poor white people. You got that girl. She's out there. I mean, but I'm just talking about like these Disney movies. I don't know, man. I don't know. So it would be kind of interesting if they could like get a Lupita Nyong'o. Why not somebody like that? I think she'd do a great Little Mermaid. You know, Gabourey Sidibe. She's looking good. She's looking good. I've seen some pictures. She's kind of cute. I'm just saying, like, in their effort to pretend that they want all this equality, they're kind of showing their colors on how they trying to divide people, you know, and they still have their standards. They have their types. And it always seems like they have some of the ugliest people judging them and making themselves the gatekeepers to these beautiful women and these beautiful people, these beautiful men, white, black, just all these different people. They have, it seems like these worst people are the gatekeepers into this I don't want to say fantasy because I believe that it's a real skill to be able to act and move around in that arena. But I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of weird how these degenerates could be the gatekeepers into all of these changes. You know. So yeah, I don't want to get too long winded. I'm sorry. I'm just rambling, but it's just like I don't have a problem with, you know, like okay, let's take this for instance. When Michael Jackson did The Wiz, it was The Wiz. It wasn't The Wizard of Oz, the new Wizard of Oz. You know what I mean? It's like they did their thing based off of that. Now, Dr. Doolittle, they changed that up and everybody loved it, you know? But older people kind of they remember uh Jerry Lewis as Dr. Doolittle. The story changed a little bit. It was interesting. It was funny. It was entertaining. It was awesome, you know. Um, but now you're talking about remaking these kids movies that's been like around for a while. you know, you know. I think I heard someone. What was it Amazing Lucas? He was saying that it's a Dutch story or a story from somewhere in that region where where maybe the Vikings roamed, sailed up and around that area. You know, it's like how much poetic license should you be able to have with these stories? You know, it doesn't really matter. I'm probably it was a long time ago I watched those movies, so it's like, all right, the new Ghostbusters, you could go down the list of, was it not Superman's not a woman now. It's Captain America's black now. That's true. Is that right? Captain America? Um, you know, dude, calm down with all this. It's like they all trying to do this in like 1 year, you know? Or I'm pretty sure it was in the works, but it's like it's just overkill. With all these changes with these characters, you'd be like, "What, dude?" It's almost like you don't believe that people still have access to the originals. You know, really, I guess it's gonna be like the one you see first, the one you endear yourself to. So I guess it's gonna be up to the parents. Be like, no, 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 no. Before you go see that, you need to watch this. I know it's a little bit different in production, but just let's just watch it together. Just hang out, watch it, and then go see the other one. So now that's the foreign one. You know what I mean? That's the new one. If if you go see that first, that's the only one, and then the next one is going to be the new one. So they're I feel like they're probably banking on you not doing your work and exposing originals. You know, it's kind of like that the music producer that takes kind of like Kanye. He takes sounds like the first guys like Grandmaster Flash. You could take a just like 3 seconds of a song and make it like the whole bottom of it. You know, I don't know. I think they could just make a different movie altogether, and it would still be great. But now they've decided, it seems, to divide their crowd. If they ever felt like they had one, I don't know. I could be wrong though, because enough people may support it to where they're saying, "Hey, we got to go out in huge numbers," and it's kind of like the Kaepernick Nike thing. You know, it was a business decision where the guy, he made money. I'm pretty sure Nike made money. Um, I don't know. I think it's all about the money too. The money. Oh, it's just a. It's just. It just seems like a dirty kind of way of doing things to me. You know, it just seems a little off center. So anyway, therefore, nevertheless, word. Oh, I'm sorry. On the other hand, nevertheless, word. Wait a minute. Dang. Therefore, on the other hand, nevertheless, word, peace. It's been a minute.